it's very hard to build a business with everything constantly changing. But it's fun. It's fun. So why don't you tell the audience a little bit just kind of about your background as we kind of get into the conversation, just kind of where you're coming from.
Yeah, quick background on me. I was actually an engineer. The marketing, digital stuff was accidental. Just like starting the agency was accidental. I engineering consultant for right out of college, mechanical engineering. And then I started helping a buddy back in 2013. And we were doing that, the thing back then that worked was we were selling supplements like crazy online. We were having fun. We got our hands slapped around 2016 over the remarketing lists, which if you have PPC people listening, they probably remember those days. 2019, I was talking to a doctor who was a friend, and he kind of jokingly said, "You talk about marketing differently." And I said, I have nothing to sell you. And I'm just like purely like a data guy who does this for myself. And he said, "Well, what if you helped me?" And I was like, "I don't know." So anyway, I helped him, and my name became well known in that medical industry. And we've been partners with it's a national group of doctors ever since. And honestly, we've never done our own marketing. The podcast circuit for this year is new for us because we've just gotten so many referrals for the last 7 years that it's just been all we can handle. So that's the short of it. The SEO piece was probably the most natural piece for me, being that I was an engineer. It just made sense back in that 2015, 16, when we were transitioning from, manual algorithm updates by humans into that. I refer to AI, it's a bad habit, but as machine learning, because that's how I learned it, right? TensorFlow on Google was my first introduction. I don't know if you ever played with that, but that's how I got into AI, was teaching myself about, all the probabilities inside of TensorFlow. And so, it was the most natural thing. And then I helped a doctor, and it was just purely SEO. I remember he sent me a picture. We started working with him in July. He sent me a picture. He sells hearing aids. Sent me a picture in December. They have this pegboard, and he said it was the first time in 30 years that the pegboard was full of devices waiting to be picked up. And this was 2019, so spoiler, it was 98% Google business optimization. He had competitors like dropping fake profiles on his location to filter him out. It was just a lot of like cleanup stuff. And then obviously I've evolved from there. We do web dev. I always joke, like, I'm an engineer, you're hiring the engineer. I have people who are good designers and stuff, but we couldn't in the early days. I was always trying to partner with developers, and it was never going well. It's like, this isn't how you build a website. This doesn't, and they just didn't understand the marrying of SEO and good web dev, good storytelling, good branding. So we brought that all in house, and that's what we've been mainly doing, those two pieces for the last 6.5, almost 7 years. Obviously we have to do PPC now, which we are getting really great results the last 2 years. I'd say there was a period in like that 20 to 22 where PPC was kind of Google seems to have really dialed that in. So we're into that. And then now we have to be in AI now, right? We don't really have a choice at this point. We have to know about it and understand it and be ready.
Yeah.
That's the quick view of who I am.
I think coming at it from an engineering standpoint, or even like a system thinking standpoint, is really how to approach it. Quick background for anybody that's just coming on and listening. We had kind of the opposite. So we were doing web development, and then people quickly said, "Well, how do we get people to come here and buy from us?" And so that led into SEO. I actually got introduced to the agency. I had sold a couple businesses, and the podcast was around the corner from my house. And so I wanted to go meet Chris and check it out. And I was really like a paid ads guy. And the infrastructure of understanding paid ads helped me kind of understand what was going on with SEO. Yep. And that was really before they kind of lifted the curtain up and showed you everything that's happening. And now everything is out there to learn it.